Hurricane Fiona vlog, you would know that in that vlog I read a book in about 2 days. If you're wondering, the book I read was When It's Real by Aaron Watt. I realized that kind of got me out of a bit of a reading slump. The past couple of days since I finished that book, I have been wanting to read more. And when I did move up to the East Coast, I only brought 3 books with me, and 2 of them were finance. So that wasn't really a story book that I really wanted to read. And so yesterday, when I went to go pick up some Korean barbecue, I decided to stop at the bookstore on the way to the Korean barbecue place, and I found a book that has been on my TBR for a while. And the book that I am talking about is Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. And that's also pronounced Tricia. I really don't know, but the book is Daughter of the Pirate King. And so I picked it up, and it was a book that I've been really wanting to read for a while, and I went into that bookstore not really thinking I was going to get anything, even though I have been wanting to get some more books, but I didn't really think I was going to find anything. But they did have the second one. They had like 2 of the first one and 1 of the second one, or they had like 1 of each, I think, just sitting on the shelf there. I was going to purchase the second one, but you just never know. You never know if you're going to absolutely hate the writing style and you'll never want to pick up another one of the books ever again. But you never, I'm the type of person that even if I have read a book and I don't like it very much, I'll still want to read the rest just because then it feels incomplete, you know? But I picked it up. And so I thought, why not do a reading vlog? Because I kind of vlogged me reading When It's Real, and I thought, why not do a reading vlog, like a good, not good, because you never know, this vlog might suck, a just vlog based like solely around reading this book. Today is Friday. I don't go back to school until Monday. I've had a lot of time off, and so I know that I can get this book completely, I can read through the whole entire book before I have to go back to class. I know it. I'll be able to do it because it's fine, because I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I made some hot chocolate, as you saw at the beginning. I think it's about 4:30ish right now. I picked up this book for $15 Canadian, which generally is cheaper than normal, I feel like. A regular paperback nowadays can be like $20, sometimes more than that, and then the hardcover is like $30. So when I saw it was $15, I thought, that's a pretty good price actually, so why not pick it up? I know I could get them on Amazon for cheaper, but why not buy this book right in store? I don't know how good I am gonna be at this reading vlog type of thing, where I stop and give updates or I give my thoughts. I don't really know how that's going to work. We'll see. I'll maybe read a chapter, give my thoughts on the chapter, or just stop whenever I think I might want to stop and then give my thoughts. I'm gonna have supper in a couple of hours, so I'll probably read till then. I have some music playing. I don't really know if this is a fall-esque book. It's about pirates. So I don't really think it's a fall-esque book, but it's about pirates and sirens. So those are kind of like, could be Halloween-y topics. I don't know. But, so I have my pumpkin mug, some jazz fall music playing, and I'm gonna get reading. Very long time to read. The first chapter literally took me 20 minutes and it was 13 pages. Now, let's check and see how many pages the second chapter is, just so I can prepare myself. I like to see how many pages upcoming chapters are. I don't know why. Sometimes it just helps me get through them because I have like a super short attention span. So if a chapter is like 20 pages long, I'll more than likely end up taking a break at some point. So knowing that a chapter is like 10-15 pages can help me get through it, because then I know I'm not going to be sitting there for a super long time and it's not a long commitment. Yeah, the next chapter is 13 pages as well. Okay, so I'm going to be charting. I'm going to be starting chapter 2. It starts on page 14. And I forgot to mention at the very beginning, this book has, give me a minute. This book has 308 pages. I've already finished my hot chocolate, so now I'm just chilling. I'll probably start to make supper soon because it is already past 5:30. I took like a half an hour break. I don't know if I'm pronouncing captain's name right in my head, like the captain of the Nightfarer. Draxon or Drakeson? I'm saying Draxon. I feel like Drakeson sounds weird, so I'm saying Draxon. I don't really know. And I also forgot to, like, at the very beginning of this vlog, I forgot to give you kind of like a summary of what this book is about. But essentially, she gets captured, sent on a mission to retrieve an ancient hidden map, the key to a legendary treasure trove. 17-year-old pirate Captain Alosa deliberately allows herself to be captured by her enemies, giving her the perfect opportunities to search their ship. More than a match for the ruthless pirate crew. Sorry, I'm really bad at reading out loud. Alosa has only one thing standing between her and the map, her captor, the unexpectedly clever and unfairly attractive first mate Raiden. But not to worry, for Alosa has a few tricks up her sleeve, and no lone pirate can stop the daughter of the Pirate King. I really haven't read over the summary. I just knew it was about her getting captured. Like, I put this on my TBR a long time ago, and I kind of forgot about what it was about. And so when I saw it, I bought it, and I didn't really do a whole lot of looking into it the past day to remind myself what it was about, because I kind of like going into books not really knowing what was happening. Like, with When It's Real, I kind of understood what was going on, but I didn't really know what the book was completely about. So I liked going into this book kind of not really knowing what's going on. And now that I've, read up to where the summary is kind of talking about, now I'm okay to look over the summary and whatever. I only put books on my TBR that I'm like, okay, has happy ending, good romance, that type of stuff. Books don't have to have romance for me, but I mean, like, if it has romance, it has a happy ending or whatever, that type of thing. So I know that if it was on my TBR, it's good. Like, I don't have to worry about me crying at the very end of the book because I'm like, this ending sucked. I don't have to worry about, like, I don't know, trying to figure stuff out beforehand to make sure I'll actually like the book. Because I'm the type of person that I will read the last couple pages of a book so I know that the ending isn't crappy. Like, I know the ending isn't like they broke up and they're separated or one of them is dead or something like that, So if it's on my TBR, then I know that it's not going to have a bad ending romance-wise. So I'm officially 26 pages into the book, and the next chapter is 16 pages. So I think I'm going to have some supper and then I'm going to continue reading. I don't know if I'll continue reading my next chapter because I've already, like, every time I film a chapter, I'm filming for 20 minutes. And there's 21 chapters in this book, if I didn't mention that already, which I didn't. So, yeah. I'll update you guys some other time when I'm, like, reading. I don't know. For supper, I'm having my leftover Korean barbecue. I love Korean barbecue. It's so yummy. I'm going to eat this, watch some YouTube, and then we'll get back to reading. Alrighty, eating is done. Let's get on to reading chapter 3. So I just finished chapter 4. I am on page 56. And chapter 5 has 22 pages. I am getting kind of tired, so I don't want to read when I'm tired because then I tend to forget what I read. I read 56 pages and I started reading at 5 and it's 7:30, and I know that's forever, but I've been taking breaks and I am a generally slow reader. I don't read super fast. So that is how far through the book I am at the moment. 2 more whole days to read the rest. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to sleep, probably go on my phone until I get really tired and conk out. So it is the next day, but it is actually like almost 2:30. So yeah, I took a while to start reading again. I haven't read anything since last night. My goal today is to get just as far into the book as possible, so tomorrow I don't have to read very much since I am going back to school on Monday, which tomorrow is Sunday. I am going back to school on Monday from being away for a whole entire week because of Hurricane Fiona, so I do have to kind of get my stuff ready tomorrow and make sure I'm good to go for school and classes and all that. So I want to make sure that I don't have to worry about cramming in a book. I want to be able to enjoy it. I got myself a brownie and a glass of milk. I'm going to be starting chapter 6, which is about 18 pages after my little mini break. Alrighty, let's get started on chapter 6. I am going to go get dressed and then go for a walk and also go down to the bookstore probably because I really want to, for some reason, to just look around the bookstore. So I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna look around. I really, honestly, I want to I want to go in there only to get a book, you know? I feel like that might make it a little bit better, like if I wait until like after school on Tuesday, after school on Monday, and then I go in and get a new book or something. But I want to go in there to just look around. Yeah, maybe I'll find my next book, but I want to wait until I'm done this one before I find the next one. So yeah, I'm gonna walk around. I'll bring my camera with me and see if I can get some footage. I don't think I mentioned that, but I just finished chapter 6 and I'm gonna be reading chapter 7 next, and chapter 7 has only 12 pages, which is nice because the last couple of chapters have been kind of 16 to 19 pages. So this one's gonna be a pretty short one. So yeah. My camera battery is about to die, but I'll switch it out anyways, just in case it does die while I'm away, and then I can't get any more stuff. So I'll see if I actually get any footage. I might not get any because I'm too afraid to film in public. I also have to get dressed. So the outfit that I am wearing is this sweater with a black tank top underneath and some Puma sweatpants. I'll be wearing my black runners down there, and I'll have this bag that my mom made me. Yeah. And in my bag, I have the book that I'm reading, my wallet, and my phone. I'm bringing my book just in case I find a nice place to read. I'm currently sitting on a bench in front of the water area, kind of where there's like a bunch of little shops and there's a bunch of docked boats. Well, there's usually a bunch of docked boats, but since Fiona, all those boats are gone because people wanted to take them in and stuff. But there's usually a bunch of docked boats here, and there's some stores and stuff, and so I'm sitting kind of like on a boardwalk area on a bench. I'm reading. So I'm going to be reading for the next little while, I guess. And there's people coming, so I'm going to make sure I don't have the camera out too much because it's kind of embarrassing, but I didn't film in either of the bookstores. I went into the bookstore that sells new books, and they didn't really have anything that I was really interested in. They did have some stuff, but nothing really that I wanted to like buy right away. Like maybe I'll buy it next. I'll film later because there's people coming. I'll update you guys later when they go past me. I then went into a used bookstore, and they didn't really have anything I was really looking for. So yeah, I just decided to take a walk then, and I found this place. I've been here multiple times, but I decided like I would stop here to read because it's all right, like, you know, outside. It's kind of like there's a breeze, but it's not too cold and it's not too sunny, you know. There was a wedding actually just like right near here. I can see they're taking like their wedding photos across from like this area here. I think I have about 3 pages or about 2.5 pages left of chapter 7, and then I'll be on to chapter 8. I don't know how long I'm going to stay here, since it is already probably around 5 o'clock, and I don't want to have to walk all the way back to my house when it's darker. So maybe I'll stay about another half an hour, try to read another chapter, and then I'll head home. Give a little update on the book, because I feel like I really haven't talked about the book much. I'm enjoying it. I think it's good. Really, I don't have a whole lot of thoughts. I feel like that's the one thing I lack when I want to talk about a book, is I don't have a whole lot of in-detailed thoughts about the stuff. It's more like I'll read a book and I'm like, okay. Even though like I might love the book or I might hate the book, but in my head I'm still like, okay. Like if I were to have to talk to somebody about it, I might, you know, like voice how much I don't like it or voice how much I do like it, but I don't know how to describe why. So at the moment I am feeling very like, yeah, it's a good book. I like it so far, but it's not as much. I feel like I haven't been able to get through it quite as fast as I was able to get through When It's Real, and I feel like maybe that's because of chapter lengths or something. And When It's Real, it had a lot of dialogue, a lot of really basic dialogue writing, so I was able to really blow through those chapters, plus they were short, and so I was able to just be like, okay, I'll read one more, okay, I'll read one more, okay, I'll read one more. And that's what probably was what made me be able to get through the book so quickly. But this one, the chapters are 12 12 to 20 pages, which, you know, that's really not that long for some books. Like, some books are like 30 chapters, but still, it can be kind of difficult for me because I'm like 3 pages into the chapter and I want to put down my book and do something else. So, yeah, I'm gonna finish this chapter. It's 14 pages, and then I'm gonna head home. Alrighty, I think I just finished chapter 8, and I looked over and chapter 9 is 17 pages, and I don't want to be out here too much longer just in case it starts getting dark. Let's read, guys. I'm actually really starting to like this book. I think it's pretty good, actually. We're just finished chapter 9. Let's begin chapter 10. So I just finished chapter 10. I'm getting a little sleepy and I really don't want to go to sleep just yet because I do obviously want to try to get through as much of the book as possible, and it's still fairly early. It's only 8:30, and so by going to sleep I'm going to wake up at midnight, and then I have school on Monday and tomorrow is Sunday, so I can't have that type of schedule, or else I'm just not going to get to bed at a reasonable time on Sunday, and I don't want to mess with my sleep schedule so close to school starting again. So I'm going to have some hot chocolate. I'm pretty sure that has caffeine in it, and it's just a crap ton of sugar, so hopefully it'll kind of give me a second burst of energy. I'm gonna watch some YouTube. I am currently on page 152 out of 308, so I have 11 more chapters. Okay, I've just finished reading chapter 11. Now I'm going to watch TV and stuff. I just read page 160, so I'm over halfway through the book now. I'm going to start chapter 12, which is 10 pages. Let's get started, shall we? Alrighty, I am now starting chapter 13. As you can see here, the text for the chapters actually is kind of cool. Look at that. Focus on that and not on my face. Yeah, oh, see, look at that. That's kind of cool. Just finished chapter 13, now I'm starting chapter 14. I'm on page 186, so I have about 120 pages, 120-ish pages left. Another chapter update. I just finished chapter 14. Now I'm moving on to chapter 15. I think I'm gonna read chapter 15 and then go have a shower. After that, there's chapter 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, so 6 chapters after that. Finally finished chapter 15. Now I'm to start chapter 16, but before I do that, I'm gonna go shower. So, I'll see you guys when I'm back. So I'm out of the shower, obviously. It's like 12:30 now, and I still have almost 100 pages to go. I'll give you an update on how far in I am right there. Let's get reading chapter 16. I have officially finished chapter 16, and I'm at the beginning of chapter 17, obviously. Chapter 17 is 19 pages. It's a good book and I'm enjoying it, but it's not one that's quite a page turner for me. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I need to finish this book type of feeling, you know. It's more like, okay, I'm kind of just coasting through the whole book. It's that type of feeling. I finished reading page 252, so that means I have 56 pages left. So I just finished chapter 18, and chapter 19 is actually only 10 pages, which is really nice. I currently have read up to page 264. I have chapter 19, 20, and 21 left, and chapter 19 is 10 pages. I'm going to read chapter 19. Okay, so I finished chapter 19 a little while ago. I liked this one. I really liked this chapter. It was short, but it was really interesting. I think I was a little bit more angsty for a little bit there. I have 34 more pages to go and 2 chapters left. So I'm going to read chapter 20. I have 1 chapter left, and I already want to go out and buy the sequel, or like the second book. I really do. So I know that sometime when I have free time and I'm up for it, I am going to go to the bookstore and I'm going to buy the sequel, and I will try to do another reading vlog on a weekend where I don't really have anything, so I can kind of dedicate the weekend to reading the book. Okay, I'll see you guys when I'm actually going to read again. Bye! Time to read the last chapter. I feel like it's going to be really weird being done this book because, I don't know, usually it takes me forever to read a book. So reading a book this quickly in, basically 2 days, because I started reading it late last night and I've read the rest today, so it could be like a day and a half. It's weird reading a book in a day and a half because I've never read a book that fast. Like, even, I didn't even read When It's Real that... Actually, I have read a book that fast. I read all of the first Twilight in 1 day, and that was like a day of me rereading it at one point in like 8th grade. I reread it, and I reread it all in 1 day, and that's like a 400-page book? And maybe that's not really a lot for some people. That was a lot for me. That was a lot for 8th grade me. Let's get started, shall we? So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow when I am doing kind of my final consensus. See you guys tomorrow. I am going to go to sleep. Hello guys. It is Thursday, so almost a week later. I finished my book Sunday night. I finished my book Saturday night, right? Yes, I did. Finished my book Saturday night. It is the next Thursday, so it's almost a week later. And in that, okay, let's discuss the other book first. So I read the book, The Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. That's what I'm just gonna say. I have no clue if I'm pronouncing it correctly. That's just what I'm gonna say. Overall, I went on my Goodreads and I rated it a 4 out of 10. A 4 out of 5. I liked it. Giving a book a 3 for me is like, I wouldn't want to read it again. Like, giving a book a 2 or a 1 means I didn't like it. A 3 means like I really didn't have any feelings of it. 4 means I liked it. 5, it was fantastic, you know? But also 4 and 5s can be 4 stars and 5 stars can be very iffy for me. 4 isn't just, it's good. My rating system isn't like a definite thing. It's kind of just what I'm feeling. Like if I'm gonna rate it and I'm like, I think it's like a 4-star book, so I gave it 4 stars. Sometimes there'll be a book that I really, really like, but like it's one of my favorites, but it's still somehow not even 5 stars for me for some reason, you know? Or there's a book that I did like it, but not quite enough, or like something, so I'll give it 3 stars. My rating system is terrible. It's just kind of a gut feeling. It's really weird. But I did give it a 4 stars on Goodreads. I like the main character. She wasn't like annoying or anything. That's what I was kind of worried about, was she wasn't too annoying. Like, she wasn't annoying. I always get worried about the main characters being annoying because then I'm just like, oh, stop it, you know? She was a good main character, I think. I liked how I really like romance subplots. I do love romance. I like reading books that are just like mainly romance, but what I like a little bit more is a romance subplot. Like a really nice book that has a whole story and all of these events, but there is this little subplot, or even like just a subplot of a love story of some kind, you know? Usually with the main character and, you know, the love interest, and that's what I like the most. Like there's a book
Stranger with My Face. The book is about a whole bunch of stuff going on with her, and she finds out she has a sister and stuff like that. But there is a romance subplot, and that's what makes me love the book, because the story is great, but the romance subplot just makes me love it, you know? In this, there is a whole bunch of stuff going on that she needs to get done because she's on a mission, but there's a romance subplot with someone in the book, and it's great. But it's like, also, the thing is, I don't think you actually really get to see the romance until the second book. I think this had a little bit less, it had a romance subplot, but I think it's a little bit less than what I was expecting. I'm trying to keep this without spoiling it because I've said multiple sentences and then I was like, crap, that's spoiling, so I've had to re-say things. And I'm trying not to spoil, guys, I swear, because I want everybody to be able to watch this video, you know, whether or not you have read it or you are interested in reading it. So I'm trying to keep it spoiler free. There wasn't quite as much romance as I was hoping, but I did like the general storyline, and I know that the romance kind of picks up. Maybe it doesn't really, but it does towards the end, so I've heard, of the second book. And yeah, so 2 days ago I went back to the store and I picked up the second book, Daughter of the Siren Queen. So I am going to be doing another reading vlog for Daughter of the Siren Queen. I'm going to start filming it tomorrow because tomorrow is Friday and I'm going to read it throughout the weekend. Monday is Thanksgiving, actually. In Canada we have Thanksgiving on October 10th, and that is on Monday. And so I don't have classes Monday. So I am going to read my book from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday I can just chill. So I'll be able to read Saturday, and I can read my book throughout 3 days, but then instead of 2, where I am cramming. Even though I know people can read books like these in like 4 or 5 hours, I'm a very slow reader, especially when I'm reading a new author. And I'm trying to kind of figure out their writing style. My brain has to kind of like switch. You know, I go from reading a book that's super, super easy to read to going to one that's super hard to read. It just takes a little bit of an adjustment before I can start really reading fast. So I'm hoping now this book I can get through it faster, now that I know her writing style more. And I'm kind of like, there wasn't really any world building in the first book, but there won't really be any in this one. Like, there won't be any at all, pretty much. Maybe there will, sorry, there's a little bug. Maybe there will be a little bit, since you might be finding out new places, but it's not going to be like you're finding out her life all over again, like her world. You're not trying to figure that out because you sat through and you read the whole entire first book, so you know her world. That type of thing, you know? It's like a super, super tame fantasy. You're not figuring out this whole other dimension, but you are figuring out something that is not familiar to you. So hopefully I can get through this one a little bit faster because it actually is a little bit longer. So if you're interested at all, I will be reading this book in my next reading vlog. So go ahead and watch it, subscribe, because I do plan on doing a lot more reading vlogs. I'm hoping maybe I can read about a book a week. At the end of every reading vlog, I will mention what book I am reading next, and you guys can tell me whether or not you want to see a reading vlog on it, and most likely, I will not get any comments on the video. So I will most likely just decide myself. If it's popular, then I'll most likely do it if nobody says anything. If it's not popular, I most likely won't if nobody says anything, because nobody usually says anything. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it probably wasn't a very entertaining reading vlog, but this is like my first ever reading vlog, so I hope you guys kind of bear with me while I figure this out, because I really don't know like what I'm supposed to include, what I shouldn't include, or I'm trying to make this video spoiler free so everybody can watch it, whether or not you want to read it, you've already read it, you're just thinking about it, or you don't even want to read it but you want to hear a bit more information about it. I don't know. I'm trying to keep it open to everybody. I'm trying to share as much as I can, but also then just reading and just telling you guys where I am. So yeah. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to like it if you enjoyed it. Comment down below what you would like to see next. Books you would like me to read, because this is a book-based video. Books you would like me to read. Yeah, okay. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. and I'll see you guys in the next one.